The psychology of fools. A fool never wakes up and says, "I'm a fool." They wake up believing they're the smartest person in the room. That's what makes foolishness so dangerous. The less someone knows, the more certain they often become. And here's the unsettling part. What if, at this very moment, you're making the same mistake? Take a moment and think about the last argument you had. Maybe it was about politics, science, religion, money, or even something as simple as a movie. Deep inside, you probably believed you were right. The other person felt exactly the same. Both of you were certain, yet certainty itself is one of the most unreliable feelings the human mind can produce. Psychology reveals a strange truth. Our brains are not designed to discover reality. They are designed to create a version of reality that feels comfortable enough for us to survive. We like to imagine that fools are easy to recognize. We picture someone who lacks education, makes obvious mistakes, or says ridiculous things. But history tells a different story. Some of the greatest disasters were caused by highly intelligent people who simply became too confident in their own judgment. Intelligence does not protect anyone from foolishness. In fact, intelligence combined with arrogance can be even more dangerous, because a clever mind is often better at defending a wrong idea than admitting it is wrong. The human brain is obsessed with certainty. Uncertainty feels uncomfortable, so the mind rushes to fill gaps with assumptions. Read one article about psychology and suddenly everyone around you seems predictable. Watch a documentary about space and you feel ready to debate an astronomer. Learn a few investment terms and you start believing you understand the stock market. The less we know about a subject, the simpler it appears. Only when we dive deeper do we discover endless layers of complexity. This is why truly knowledgeable people often sound less certain than beginners. They have seen enough to understand how much remains unknown. They ask questions instead of making declarations. They change their minds when presented with better evidence. Meanwhile, the fool mistakes confidence for competence and volume for wisdom. Our minds play another trick. We naturally seek information that agrees with our existing beliefs. We remember the moments we were right and quietly forget the moments we were wrong. We surround ourselves with people who think like us until every opinion echoes back as proof that we must be correct. Slowly, our personal reality becomes stronger than reality itself. Social media has amplified this tendency. Algorithms learn what keeps us engaged and show us more of it. If you believe something today, tomorrow you may see hundreds of posts confirming that belief. Each one makes your confidence grow, even if the original idea was flawed. Soon, disagreement feels like an attack instead of an opportunity to learn. We stop searching for truth and start collecting validation. Perhaps the biggest difference between wisdom and foolishness is not intelligence, but curiosity. Wise people are comfortable saying, "I don't know." They treat every conversation as a chance to learn something new. Fools treat every conversation as a battle that must be won. One mindset expands the mind while the other traps it inside invisible walls. The uncomfortable truth is that every human being has moments of foolishness. We all make decisions based on emotion. We defend opinions because they belong to us. We ignore evidence that threatens our identity. Foolishness is not a type of person. It is a habit of thinking. The moment we stop questioning ourselves, we begin drifting away from reality. So the next time you feel absolutely certain, pause for a second and ask a simple question. What if I'm wrong? That single sentence has changed scientific discoveries, philosophical revolutions, and countless personal lives. It transforms arguments into conversations and arrogance into growth. Maybe the smartest person in the room is not the one with all the answers. Maybe it's the one who is still willing to ask questions. Because wisdom doesn't begin with knowledge, it begins with humility. And perhaps the greatest psychological trap of all is believing that the title of fool could never belong to us.